this out of here. Okay. I'm good. I hope y'all can see me clearly. And please forgive me for, the visual. I'll be looking up and down because I had to situate y'all a little differently. Y'all see that? Y'all can see that, right? Not really. There we go. All right. Again, thank you all for being here for Melanated Monday. This is the fourth part for the series that we've been doing for the men in particular. So men, it's time to heal. We have discussed 3 other parts, and I've given instructions on how to do that. Hopefully you all have been watching the videos and been replaying them if you need to, or you've taken notes, whatever you need to do to get the information to start this healing process. And hopefully you all have done that and are doing that. And ladies, we have a part to play in that as well. Tonight, we are going to have a special guest in here, which y'all probably already kind of know. You kind of know him already. He's a regular. He's going to share his part, hopefully. Okay, he's going to share his part in this part of the series. Like I said, we have been discussing minutes time. I want to see y'all say something because I see you popping up, but I like to greet you when you got to say something to me. I said, hopefully he will be here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call him. Y'all hold on a second. Let me call him and make sure he's ready. What's going on, Sean? Appreciate you for being here, beloved. Hopefully you can stick around for a minute. I was gonna say this is about you, but it's always about you. So if you can stick around, stick. If you can't, come back. Okay. This is like part 4 of the series that I've been doing for your men's healing. Are you ready, sir? Hey. It's 9 o'clock. Are you getting online, or are you just staying on the phone with me? You want me to come on video, right? Well, come on. Yeah, just get on my page, and it'll be bring them on camera thing, and click that, or I'll click it when you show up. All right. I didn't know how to do it. Yeah, just show up on my page. It'll show up on my end, and I'll bring you in. All right, waiting on you right now. Right now. All right, love. In a minute. See you in a minute. All right. All right, y'all. Irby, what's going on, loved one? Appreciate you for being here. I do. So that was my guest. He will be here shortly. And y'all gonna know, like I said, this is part 4 of the Men It's Time to Heal series. Next week, we're going to have one more, just one, and then we start into the women's. So I need even the men, I need y'all brothers to support the sisters as we have been supporting you all throughout this process, okay? Promise me y'all will do that. Y'all will show up for us like we show up for you, okay? So as I stated, we have discussed the trauma, first of all, that you all have experienced throughout your life that you have never spoken on. I discussed the ways that you all have experienced it. I've discussed the ways for you all to come out of it, how it's affected you, how it's affected us as a collective, how it's affected your relationships. I've given you 3 steps on how to do that. I just want you to go back and listen. Okay, who's this? I just want you to go back and listen to the other videos where you get all of that information. Last week we discussed the nutritional aspect of that and how that has a definite is a factor on how you all think, how you all process, how you're able to move, how you are affected spiritually and emotionally. And we had a guest on last week, which was Big Herm Williams, my herbalist, my dude. Okay, he was able to give you some great information on herbs that are necessary, particularly for men, and his contact information as well. So if it's something that you're looking for, whatever it is that you're looking for, and you heard what I said, okay, whatever it is that you're looking for, you get in contact with that brother right there. Gee, I see you, but I gotta wait for your name to pop up so I can get that. Be able to click you in, but I see your face up there, so you'll be on in a minute. Like I said, last video is about the herbs. Today, we doing the body yada, 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 yada. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I ain't about it, but I had to do it. So anyway, our guest is coming in. I'm so excited. I'm excited about this. So you all make sure that you show some love, show some participation. Please and thank you. Ask as many questions as you need to. I'm going to open my phone lines as well. So those of you who want to call in and speak directly to him, you can do that. If you want to share an experience, whatever it is you'd like to do, we're going to make that happen for you. Oh, no, it failed. Let's try this again. I'm trying it again. Okay, let's see if I have something I got to do. I'm trying again, G. Come on in, bro. Come on in. I need to see your face. I know people are going to call in, and if they call in and you on the phone, it's going to be an issue. It keeps failing. Why? Okay. Am I doing something incorrect? What's showing up on your end, G? Okay. I see that you're here, but I'm trying to pull you in, and it's not happening. What's going on, Corey Bain? Thanks for being here, loved one. Let me see if I can do it up here on that part. It's not see, the devil is a lie. It's not letting me bring your face in. I don't know what's going on. You might have to call. You might have to call unless you have another device and you can, try it that way. Because I see you, but for whatever reason, it's not letting me add you into the conversation. I don't like that. So in the meantime, just call. Okay, just call me right now. We'll figure it out. Yeah, it keeps failing. So just call. Let me see what's going on. Let's see. Okay, wait a minute. I might be able to hold on. I might be able to get you because something else popped up. So maybe this will work. Maybe this will work. Y'all be patient with me. I appreciate you. I do. Just give me a moment because I need y'all to stay here and listen to the information. Okay? Men and women, but it's about the brothers. It's about the brothers. Try it again, G. Negatory. Just call. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Just call. Just call. Either way, they're gonna get the info. So call me. And if they have any questions, and they call, I'll just put you on three-way. Come on, just call. We're gonna work this out. We're gonna work it out. Work it out. Call me right now. Right now. Hang up. Call me right now. Right now. Not now, but right now. Do it right now. Right now. Okay. So we can get in, get out. We're wasting time. I don't like that. Anyway, while we're waiting, I hope you all have been having some dope ass days, that you've been creating some dope ass days, that you have been spiritually elevating, financially elevating. Spring is on its way. That's when the new year actually begins. So I'm hoping that you all have made some plans to start your growth and development, start watering those seeds. I'm sure you've already watered the seeds and you're about to see them grow. So G, call me. Just call. Don't even try to figure out nothing else. Just call. Matter of fact, I'm going to call you. I ain't waiting on you. How about that? This is how we going to do it. I'm going to call you. See how we got to do sometime, y'all? This how, sometime.
Hello?
What's going on?
I'm trying to do the video.
Don't even worry about it right now because it's wasting time. So we want to get you on here.
Okay.
So we gonna talk right now. I mean, they can't see you for the moment, but we'll work it out. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the one and only G-Man. This is Gary Walker. You all know him. He calls in all the time. He always got info, always got something deep to say, and 99% of the time, I know it be going over y'all's head. But The man is intense. Okay, he got some information for you. G, what's going on, loved one?
Hey, you are, sweetie pie. I'm trying to get on this thing with you so you can see. And I don't know how, well, you know, like I said, they was busy. We ain't going to worry about that, though. We're going to keep it moving. I'm going to try to still try and give a try to it. What's going on with you?
Everything. So, as you know, and as the audience already knows, we've been talking about Men, It's Time to Heal. This is part 4 of the series. We've gone through some other aspects of it. Again, I just remind them that last week we discussed the internal medicine, the herbal part of healing, and how that has a major effect on how men think and process and are able to deal or handle, heal from emotional traumas, whatnot. And we're hitting every part of it. So with you, we're going to talk about the physical aspects, what's necessary for men to do, and why it's necessary for them to take care of the physical as part of their overall healing. So it's not just about looking a certain way, it's about being a certain way, and everything is connected. And Jen, I see you, loved one. Thank you for being here, beloved. I appreciate you. So that's why we have you here. So what I would like for you to do is to tell the people who you are and give them a little background on what you do, what you're about, as far as what we're talking about tonight. Can you do that for us?
Yeah, I can do that for you.
I sure appreciate it.
First of all, it's Mr. Gary Walker, a.k.a. Pitt. My moniker has been stubbed down to Pitt. That's fine, from Pitt Boy to Pitt. That's fine. Everybody knows me like that. Okay. Started off as a power lifter. Started years ago. Became a professional bodybuilder. After that, in the 90s and 2000, I was two-time Olympian participant. One time to the World Games in 2002. Traveled halfway around the world doing bodybuilding, fitness, all kinds of. If you want to say, you could say forums and meet and greet and Q&A kind of things halfway around this world. So that's basically in a nutshell. I'm gonna leave it down in about 5 minutes, but that's basically it in a nutshell.
Go ahead.
Bodybuilder extraordinaire.
Okay. What got you interested? What got you started in that?
Believe it or not, I had a lot of trials and tribulations as a young kid, a lot of challenges, physical challenges, and just to be short with it. So I was determined not to let that stop me. And I had a crossroads in my life, in my mind, basically just saying one day, I'm not going to be 6'10", I'm not going to be 300-something pounds. So I got to do something to protect myself. Did not know at the time that I would turn it into a career. Did not know at the time that it would be more advantageous and more avenues than I could ever dream of. But it did. So here I am with you. Okay.
So if I heard you correctly, would you be saying that your physical, I don't want to call it condition, but your physical, I'll leave it at that, as a younger person, caused you to have, did you suffer from any emotional, I'll put it that way, any emotional traumas or whatever based on your physical?
Of course.
Okay.
But not. Let me say something to you. Let me share this with you. You have internal. You have internal and external to just about everything. Mm-hmm. My upbringing with my family and close knitted friends and other family members, whatever, was fine. There was a dark age with the colleagues. I'll put it that way. And kids can be cruel, especially back then, you know. So it really made me an introvert, and it made me very let's keep positive, just say self-aware. Okay. I had a lot of self-awareness, Charles Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Okay. So, and instead of me turning, now don't get me wrong, I was a fighter, physical fighter, don't get me wrong. Okay. Because I was, my when your cup stays full, you know, and don't get me wrong, I was good at it too. Don't trust me. But when your cup stays full, you know, there's no emptiness. The only time I could empty was when I was at home with my family, or I was on a trip away from the other kids who were messing with me.
Okay.
So yeah, then in turn, when I was about, I don't know, I get it had to be God sent, because when I was about 6th, 7th grade, my parents got me my first weight set. I didn't ask for it. They just looked up and boom, there it was.
Okay.
I might have thought about it, but I never, I guess God said, okay, here we go. So from there, of course, I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but it took off from there. I just put it that way. And here I am.
Okay. Would you be willing to be a little more transparent with me as far as, and you can always say no, of course, and I respect that, but as far as any particular emotional trauma that you experience because of the physical aspects?
Well, I can go in depth for a little bit, only because I'm working, not doing a autobiography, but I am doing a book on it, and just infringement rights. So basically, like I say, I just put it to you this way: the only kids that I felt that was bad or worse off than me were kids that were either paraplegic, confined to a wheelchair, or actually, I'll just tell you this much: I barely escaped. I think it was either muscular sclerosis or muscular dystrophy. One of the two. I'm not even sure. I didn't even really take the time to find out.
Okay.
So that's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
So if anybody knows or ever seen anybody that's, been, what that is, let me just tell you what that entails. What that is when a person is born or whatever the case might be, they are oxygen deprived from the get-go. That's why the doctors try to, or whoever, the midwife or whatever, they try to get the oxygen going to the baby immediately. They look for their cry, because if they don't get their cry, then it's oxygen deprived and it can deteriorate. The brain is the center part of the body, just like the engine is the center part of the car.
Right.
So I barely escaped, but I'm walking. I'm talking. I'm running. I'm doing whatever I want to do.
Right.
And thank the Father for it.
Absolutely.
So,
wow.
So I got to a crossroad in my life where I just said, well, I can sit up here and feel sorry for myself for the rest of my life and deteriorate, or I can do something great with my life and go on and hit this gym, because it was an outlook for me. Just like a reprieve for me. It was just a relief.
Right.
A relief. A relief and a release.
Right.
For me.
Right.
Just like a place of safe haven.
Gotcha. So also, I do know that when you are doing anything physical, any type of physical activity, particularly weightlifting or whatnot, your endorphins get activated. Adrenaline is released, and that too. Would you say that the release of those hormones or whatnot have an effect on how you process, have an effect on your mental state even?
It has, I was told not to talk beyond the physical today, but I can't be, you're exactly right. Let me just say this, basically, physical activity such as what I do and what other people do and have done and will do, physical activity, and when I mean by physical, I'll clarify that in a second, but any kind of physical activity is going to affect just about everything. Right. Your physical, your mental, your spiritual, hopefully first of all, your psychological aspect, even if it doesn't remove your psychological aspect, it's going to relieve, because you go running, you walk, you get that heart rate up, it's going to change, and I was going to get into that in a minute, I don't want to get into the depths of it, but I'm going to tell you just how deep it goes. Okay. In a minute, but you're exactly right. It affects you mentally, it affects you psychologically, it affects you physiologically. What I mean in your physical makeup, you have two kinds of psychology. You have the psychology of the mind, then you have the psychology of the body. Right. Absolutely. And I'll bring that to you. Go ahead. Get into it. Okay. One with the psychology of the mind is kind of speak for itself, but I'll just put this way for you. the way I used to put it to my clients when I first kind of start training. Like when I say clients, I'm talking about professional athletes.
Okay.
Well known. But so for them to come to me and some of them was injured at the time. For them to come to me and entrust you're talking about multi-million-dollar individuals, athletes. You understand what I'm saying? So for them to entrust their well-being and their livelihood in my hands, basically they were just telling me, hey man, we see what you know, we see you do what you know. Therefore, can you share some of this with me? So wherever they were at the level, maybe 85, 100%, I knew I had to be at 200%.
Right.
To train them, and whatever it was in between was a bonus for them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So basically, you're exactly right. It affects your now from the that's the physical aspect. Now from the mental, the thing about it is what I wouldn't do with I wouldn't allow my clients, no matter what end of the financial spectrum they were, I wouldn't allow them to say certain words like can't, won't, you might not be able to, but there's no such word as not with me. Saying, you're not might want to. And I give you an example of that. When I remember I was getting ready for a bodybuilding show, just back in the mid-90s or whatever, and walked into the gym. I had a little job I was working, whatever case might be. It was good, whatever case might be. But I was tired still.
Right.
Okay. End of the day, it was that bright daylight. Whatever. I walk in the gym, I see the guy I was training with sitting down on the bench with his foot up on a barbell. And I walked up to him. He said, "Hey man, AJ, I can see the disgust on your face, that you're tired, yada yada yada." Again, the pinnacle in the road. He said, "Now you can sit here, man. I know you're tired. I can look at you and tell. I know you look exhausted, yada yada yada. But you got a show to do.
Right.
When you get out there on that show, they don't care about that you had this and had that. Right. They don't care about what you did, blah blah blah. So you got two choices. You can pick up your bag and walk out the door.
Right.
Again, the feet is that too. Like I said earlier, when I ran the crossroads, I had to lift these weights and do something that was going to give me an out. You know what I'm saying? Something that I could reach out.
Right.
An outlet.
Right.
He said, well, you got two choices. You can walk out the door and we can, do it another day. Or you can go in the gym. You can go in the back room and change your clothes and come on out. I'll be right here waiting. He said, the choice is yours. And he he sat right there now and did whatever he was doing. About 5-10 minutes later, I came out and I said, let's go. Now, mind you, I was tired mentally. I was tired. I didn't really want to train, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But that turned out to be one of the best training expeditions that I've ever had in my life.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, one is mental, one is physical.
Right.
So physically, the physical from the physical aspect, it seems like it's physical from the onset, but it touches all bases, like you just said.
Right. Okay, so this one of the things, like going more into the physical, one thing that I've noticed, and people that are watching or will watch that have ever spent any time in the gym, we see like a lot of the men that focus on building upper body. So you got like these great big monstrous ass looking men, in the upper body, and they look like sticks from the waist down. Not only is that strange looking, but it's imbalanced. So as a professional bodybuilder, please talk to your brothers about the necessity of physical balance.
First of all, coming from you that hurt. Again, coming from you, you're exactly right. Because let me tell you something real quick at the onset. A young lady, this has been a few years ago. She asked me the same thing. I walked in the gym. She said, "I see your legs. They look monstrous. Why the other guys? They like you said, they look like they just King Kong from the waist up."
Right.
And
and gone wrong from the waist down.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They look like they're afflicted. That's what they word they usually use.
Okay.
Afflicted. I said, when you wait till summertime when they'll be the ones with the tank tops on.
Yeah.
And it's wet.
Exactly.
And it's 200 degrees outside.
Exactly.
Exactly. But you're exactly right. To go back to what you just said, it's an imbalance.
Yeah.
It's an imbalance. And basically, it throws you off because you got all this upper body. Somebody comes around and kicks your legs up from under what you got.
Right.
You don't build a building like that.
Right.
If you see a building like that, and I've seen some, where the bottom part, it still has a base though, it has a structure.
Right.
And it's the building spreads out as it goes up, but that's a building.
Right.
The thing is, what are you building?
Right. Yeah, they definitely gonna crumble because it's like, how are you standing? Like, how are you even able to hold up your upper body when there's nothing there? You know what I'm saying? Like there's
right.
Nothing.
Nothing. Exactly right. and let me. I hate to say it, but women have told me that, and they notice that, and they see that. Now, if they see that and they don't have a trained eye, and they see that,
right?
So, they know something ain't right.
Exactly. I mean, there's got to do more. I wonder. Okay, so as a therapist, I look at body structure and posture and whatnot, and I look for imbalances. And I can help with certain imbalances. That right there, I can't do shit about. But
that comes from self.
Okay, but it's got to be something. I do know that when there is an imbalance in the body anywhere, it's going to throw off everything, and it even throws off them mentally. It throws off them, even mentally, psychologically. Sometimes, like I'll remember a couple clients, one in particular that I worked on that had TMJ dysfunction. So that's in the face, that's in the jaw, dealing with your mouth, all that kind of stuff. And she said she had gone to, the dentist, she had seen other therapists or, whatever, and nobody could, really help her get rid of the pain or, fix the problem, whatever. So she came to see me only twice. And of course, the first time, I went straight for the face. And then I looked at her, and then I looked at her again. So when she came back, I said, okay, I got this. I know what to do. So the second time around, I started with her feet.
Right. And
she looking at me like, what are you doing? I said, I'm about to fix your face. So fix your face. And she couldn't understand. I said, well, there's an imbalance that's starting in your feet. So you got one side that's off, that's affecting the opposite knee, that's affecting the opposite waist, hip, that's affecting the opposite shoulder, that's affecting your mouth. Then that's the side that hurts, right? He says, yeah, well, let me do what I do. Let me do me. So definitely the imbalance, it is necessary to correct it. So I'm saying for the men, for them to be so top heavy and less at the bottom, it's got to be a problem. I don't even say a problem, but an issue. There's a definite imbalance, but because of that imbalance, the physical part, it can also be causing an emotional, psychological imbalance, and people don't think about that.
Exactly. Now, yeah, and you're exactly right. Now, from the social aspect, the girls say, yeah. Oh, the next day they come out their mouth. Where your legs? Why you look like turkey chicken upstairs and then look like filled up chicken gizzard downstairs? Come on, man.
Right.
Just come on. Right. You're all blown up upstairs, and they see that.
Exactly.
Even an untrained eye can see that. But like absolutely. You said, you're imbalanced. You're off. Right. As a matter of fact, I hate to. I know this is just about the gentlemen and stuff like this, but basically, I've had young ladies come to me and they said, "Well, I just want to lose the." Just for example, I just want to lose my waist. Yeah. I said, "Well, no." I said, "Well, let me ask you a question." They said, "What?" I said, "Did your waist just tell you that, or did your whole body tell you?" Okay. I said, "We work the overall body. Because your core muscles in your stomach is what gives you the strength for your back, right? Your lumbar region, absolutely. Your bicep femoral. What is that? Right. That's your hamstrings. I'm trying to get technical, but I have that comes out. But anyway, I'm just saying an overall balance. Right. And then once I, like you said, once I get to working with them, they said, There you go. Exactly. The first thing is, I tell them, I say, it's not me giving you a compliment. It's not yourself giving you a compliment. I say, you know what's going to really get you? What's going to really excite you about this? They say, what? I said, you'll see. They come back to me 2 or 3 days later. They say, you know what? I was walking in the store and somebody paid me a compliment and said, oh, you look like you work out. I said, there you go.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Somebody from an untrained eye that's unbiased, that's unprejudiced. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's unknown. Don't know where you come from Jack Trip, wherever, you know.
Right.
That is, hey, you look like you work out. You look good and in shape. That's what's going to be encouraging.
Right. So, okay, as far as a workout standpoint for men, what would you say is? Well, give me 3 if you can, or the top 5, whatever. Important workouts, aspects, body parts, or whatever that they should focus on. Like, what are just the top whatevers that men in particular need to focus on, knowing that men are built differently, men think differently, men process differently, men's body works differently. Y'all are created differently. So you have different purposes. So because of all of that, so we kind of tied in some other things as well. What would you say would be your top, however many you got, for men to focus on during their workout?
Well, I know people come in there and say they're going to do an overall body, and that's fine. I mean, I could do that too. I would say just what you just mentioned, legs.
Okay.
The reason I say legs because the legs are your foundation for a man. Absolutely. It's the legs. I would say train your legs. You know, there's 3 or 4 major exercises to do. That's your bench, your flat bench. That would be for those that can do it, your squats, your deadlifts, which helps them. You ain't got to do nothing heavy. You can do it with dumbbells, barbells. Mm-hmm. Your dumbbells, when you can do a stiff leg. With stiff leg, what I mean by that is not bending your knees or whatever, just taking the dumbbells or taking you can take a sack of potatoes, 2 sack of potatoes at home and do that. Mm-hmm. And what that would do is build up your core. You know, but also build up your leg because you're always using your hands. You use your arms to pull this, but you need something to stabilize that because when the wind blows, guess what it's gonna blow? It's gonna blow your legs through. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you can stand up and stand against the force, but if you don't have no foundation, which is your legs to hold you, you're gonna blow away. You know, you in them chicken feet legs you got gonna blow away. You know, right? Bye, Felicia. Or in this case, bye, Fred.
Right, Felix. Yeah.
So I would say that along with because let me tell you why. Because when you do it, the legs, whatever, especially like with the deadlift, which is overall. When you do the deadlift, it's an overall. It overall exercise. What I mean by that, you're using everything: your arms, your legs, your bicep, your core, which is your stomach, is using all that. Right. It's just a exercise, and it keeps your lumbar region, which is your back, and your obliques, all that. It keeps all that interacting. Right. Yeah. And so I would say that, and then because you always people like you say they're gonna work the upper body anyway. Right. But you work that leg, you're gonna find out that even I know this young cat. He's a younger cat, right? I'll put it that way. He's very strong, but he does the deadlifts, and he said, yeah, he came to me and said, yo, man, when I do deadlifts, man, I tell her everything else is growing. I said, yes, because you're working the overall. Right. So I would say the legs, because they're gonna work the chest no matter what. Right. So I'm gonna throw this in, and I'm asking for a reason because everything ties in. So for men to work the legs, to make your legs strong, your legs being your foundation. Your foundation creates your stability. Your stability is affected by your emotional and your spiritual, and vice versa. So, like I said, we're tying everything together. So, everything is connected. Exactly. Which is why we're doing it this way. That's why I wanted you to to speak to the fellas, excuse me, on the physical part, because it's the physical part does tie into the spiritual. It ties into the emotional. It ties into one's ability to process and think and feel and create and all that kind of stuff. And it is most definitely a fundamental part of you all's healing.
we need you all to be completely healed from the inside out, but you have to work that outside as well. You know what I'm saying? Like everything has to flow together. If anybody wants to call in and ask G a question, feel free. The number is 770-906-5271. Again, it's 770-906-5271. If you want to call in and ask Gary Walker a question about physical training, weights, whatever, it is dealing with your physicality, particularly as the man, call in. But if women, you got a question, you can call in. We ain't tripping. But it's about the men's healing, just so you know that. Okay, so we have the legs being the number one thing that you would tell men to focus on. What would be your next?
Of course, obviously the upper body. I would say the arms and legs. And I'm gonna tell you, but like I say, they're gonna automatically do the chest and all that, whatever case it might be.
Right.
Look like King Kong up top, but you look like King Kong at the bottom. That's what I'm saying, just to get the balance, So basically, I'll put it to you this way. If back in the day when I was doing bench pressing or whatever case might be, and I saw where one arm might have been stronger than the other, and the bar comes up uneven, what I would do, I would use the dumbbells. That way I would not miss, be missing any kind of movement, and then one arm when suffice over the other, one would be supreme over the other. It'd be, again, like you said, the balance. Right. Now, with this physical aspect, like you say, it's just like I'll put it to you like this: physical exercise. It's like, let's just say you got a Ferrari sitting in the driveway. You got it is, paid hundreds of $1,000s for this exotic car, and it's meant to be driven. But you sit up there, you got the best gas in it. You got all these exotic. It's ready to run, but you just sit up there and just look at it. What's going to eventually happen to it? The battery gonna die. Right. The part, you got to blow the oil through it. What's the same thing for your body, your physical, and from your physical aspect? There's been times where I had things in my mind in the past, mentally, whatever. But I went to the gym. I knew once I got to the gym, whether it was on my mind or not, still, it wasn't going to really be on my mind once I left, because I blew all that out by exercising. It got it all off. Gotcha. So you're right, because I don't think I got the chance to mention, but let me mention this real quick. Like I used to tell my clients, I said, you tell you. First, I used to tell them, I said, you let your mind tell your body what to do. Mm-hmm. And then as the years went on, I said, you let your mind tell your body what to do, but then you let your mind tell them what God tells you to do. Okay. And I motivate them like that, and I tell them, there's no such thing as can't. I don't like to use that word. Right. Or this, you might not want to. Right. But then they find out that when you do something that you don't want, you'll find out you'll get something that you want. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes life is not going to be just a bed of roses. Right. But it ain't going to be a bed of thorns either. Right. I hear you. But even the thorns have a purpose. The thorns are there to protect. So they serve a purpose now. Thank you. So everything, you're exactly right. See, but think about it. That's what I'm trying to say about the body. If you just sit still, the same thing like I said with that Ferrari, with that car, the exotic car. You can eat all the little, and I ain't knocking it now, because don't get me wrong, because I grew up on what I'm about to say, the kind of food I'm about to say. You can eat a piece of lettuce. You can drink all the water you want, but a body that's still will stay still. A body that's in motion will what? Ooh. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to do something. Absolutely. Even if I can't run, you can walk in place. Exactly. You got a home, you got a house, you can march in place. Right. I can't, cause let me say this, Kim. Let me say this. Now, I'm gonna tell you about some physical. I've seen them come into the gym, not just one gym, I'm just saying various gyms throughout the years. Mm-hmm. I've seen them come in there blind. When I say blind, I ain't talking about seeing all dog blind. Right. I'm talking about dropping you off at the bus and somebody got to guide you in. Walking blind.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Come in the gym. I've seen them come in there deaf. I've seen them come in there. Oh, here we go. Hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Paraplegic come in there.
Absolutely.
I mean, a paraplegic.
Yes, indeed.
Moving and everything.
Right.
Right to the machine.
Yep.
You know, can't walk, can't do nothing, yada, yada, yada. Coming there with that doggone wheelchair, ready to go.
Right.
And when you see something like that,
indeed,
you know, it's so like you say, it's just before you know, it ain't necessarily just about lifting weights, but before you do any kind of exercise, it's the mental.
Right.
It's a science, just like bodybuilding or powerlifting or any kind of physical activity like that. It's a science, just like boxing.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, I just took it further to study about it internally as well as externally. I'll give you a real quick example of what I'm talking about. I wanted my overall body to, like you say, to be balanced, to grow, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I was in the gym one time. Now, this might be a little bit too deep for people, but I'm going to say it anyway real quick.
Okay. I
could actually see, I was doing some bicep curls on a little cable machine. And I said, I got to get my arms to grow. But I just envisioned, I actually saw the internal part of my arms. I could see the blood vessels and the blood and going through my veins. I could see it. I could actually see it.
Right.
Envision it, you know. I said, I'm going to make them grow. Before you know it, boom.
Okay.
So the mind is a powerful thing.
Indeed.
Before I lifted any weight, my mind had to be strong.
Absolutely.
Before I lifted any, before I traveled anywhere, I had to envision in my mind. You got to clean that. You got to keep that mind clear. You got to keep that mind up. You got to keep that mind positive.
Right.
Because you're not gonna do a doggone thing unless that mind is clear. You ain't gonna do no. It's all up to you.
Right.
Indeed. I'll give you an example real quick. Another one. I just tell myself, yes, I said, man, when I get if I'm single, whatever, 35, 40, whatever, I don't want to be on the beach and they say, oh, look at that old man. I want them to say, oh, you better watch out because that dude right there.
Right.
You're a match.
Right.
Because I can run on the beach just as well as the rest of them.
Right.
I want to be free, not crippled by my own laziness. Let's put it that way.
That part.
And softness, it's in the Bible. It's like Jesus walked.
Okay.
You ain't about Martin Luther King catching an Uber.
You don't say he had no scooter. Right.
He had a suit on. What a hat.
Okay. Indeed.
Let me say this. You think the people that's wet, they had napkins. You think the people that's wet.
Right.
You walk.
Right. Exactly.
Jesus.
Okay.
If you can't run, lay on your back and bicycle your legs.
Right.
Do something to get your heart rate up.
Right.
And I wish I had the video because I was going to show you something, demonstrate. But let me just tell you what. It's just like a telephone wire. Back in the day, old school. So it could be telephone wire or a speaker wire. Mm-hmm. It's got a covering on it over it. The covering is your blood vessel. It's your blood vessel cover. It's your nerve ending or your blood vessel covering.
Right. The
blood flows through your vessel. Even if you eat one piece of spinach, I eat clean, you can eat all you want to. All the good food, all you want to. Because everything is in moderation. Mm-hmm. But if you don't get that blood flowing through there,
right.
You got to get some kind of exercise going on, whether it be running in the house, running up the stairs, walking outside, or the brisk walk, something. Mm-hmm. That blood running, flush that blood through there because it's oxygenated.
Right.
And like you made mention of that earlier. When you walk or fast walk, fast pace, whatever, little jog, whatever, you get that blood circulating. That right there within itself is gonna get. I hate to use this S word, the stress or and whatever. That's gonna relieve.
Right.
It may take some time, but you keep doing it.
Right.
You do it again.
Absolutely.
You do it again.
Absolutely.
So it's more so than just before the physical even hits. comes into play. There's a mental part to it.
Right. Also, you touched on it as far as the blood circulation and the stress, and I want to deal with that since we're talking to the men, because a lot of men are suffering from sexual dysfunctions or whatever, because of a lack of circulation and stress. Those two things will contribute to a sexual dysfunction or whatever. And again, that is part of the healing process. You know what I'm saying? Which is why we keep talking about everything. We're talking about everything has a reason. It all ties in. So I don't want you all to think that we just having random ass conversations, because that ain't what we're doing. Everything has a reason. So there is a necessity just on that part for men to stay physically active, just to keep their blood circulating, just to relieve stress. Once you all, release stress, and, you get your circulation running, it runs everywhere. Like the blood don't just run to a particular place and stop. It's going throughout the entire body. So when you are engaged in regular physical activity, that can help reverse those types of issues and even sometimes prevent them. So that's necessary for you all to get out there and work out. Now, you may not be that gym type person. You may not be that one that want to be up in the gym all the time. Some of these gyms, sadly, have become clubs with weights. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes uncomfortable, more so probably for women, but it becomes uncomfortable to go in and actually do a workout, being able to focus or, get some support professionally, for what you're actually doing. But get out and do something physical on a regular basis. Be concerned about building your foundation, being those legs, as we're talking about physically. Build that foundation. That foundation is everything on every aspect. Your upper body, that maintains the stability as well. The upper body has to also hold some other things that branch out, hence your arms, okay, those biceps and those triceps, all that type of thing. One of the questions that I do have, because I noticed it in myself, is that like my left side is a weaker side as far as lifting is concerned. Like even today, I was in the gym doing bicep curls, and my left side was like, I don't know what you think you doing, but we ain't doing this, okay? And I'm like, but we are. and you're going to do it. He's like, bitch, look, I'm not, but you are. Like, we arguing. We are arguing in the gym. You gonna do this. It was like, okay, well, whatever, I'll do it, but I'm gonna barely do it. I don't care. You're gonna do it. What I'm saying? Like, I had to push through some things. I had to readjust my bodies, all kind of stuff. But sometimes too, men have that, and I've seen it. Men have been, they'll work one side of the body more than the other. So they may do 50 reps on one side and 20 on the other. It's like, y'all don't realize that shows up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can see that. You Popeye on one side and olive oil on the other. That's a hot mess. You gotta even it out. You gotta even it out. So what would you say would help? What would be something that men could do that would physically help them become more balanced and be able to carry the same weight in whatever they're doing? Because that's an issue.
Right, and you're right. Because it's like walking a straight line and then walking in circles.
Right.
You're exactly right. It goes back to what I just said earlier about when I said doing the bench and one arm coming up before the other. So what I would do was take the dumbbells instead of the dumbbell bench. The barbell. I would take the dumbbells, which would give me a singular ability to push up the weights individually with each arm. Even if it say 20 pounds, whatever, and push it up. But the thing about it is, what I tell my clients, and what I've told them for years, I ask them, I said, are you left-handed or right-handed? They say right-handed. I said, start with your left hand.
Exactly.
And they say, why? I said, because of the balance.
Right.
You balance it out, and then the next thing you know, when they start doing that, it's always start with whatever's your strongest or your dominant hand or whatever, start with the opposite.
Absolutely.
Like for example, I was like that myself. I would, let's just say as far as at some time or another, open up a can of water. I mean, bottle of water, whatever the case might be, because I'm left-handed. Even though I'm ambidextrous, I'm left-handed mostly. What I started doing was opening up my right hand.
Okay.
Now, if I was real thirsty, then I'm gonna make sure that bottle get open.
Right.
Until I got to it, until I started doing it. You know what I'm saying? Or I didn't get nothing to drink.
Right.
Right. But I just challenged myself. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just challenge myself. Make the mental.
Right.
I challenge myself. You thirsty? Well, you ain't gonna drink it till you open this up with your right hand.
Right.
And now I can do it with either hand. You understand?
Right.
Practice what makes what?
Perfect. Right.
Imbalance makes a jerky. Because you're gonna like you said, you're gonna be off imbalance. And if you're unbalanced in one area, you're gonna be imbalanced in the other area. Because it's like, I can slide by with this, or I can slide by with that, or then next thing here you go. You can't afford to do none of that.
Right.
You know, you need to be on cue, and then you have a reason. To sit down somewhere.
Right.
Don't just sit down and then sit down again. Have a reason. Give me a reason to sit down. Give yourself a reason to sit down.
Absolutely.
Go
ahead. I'm sorry. I'm going to add something.
No, that's all. I was about to say something else, but go ahead.
Go ahead. This your night. Go ahead and say what you got to say. I can say what I got to say afterwards.
Well. Basically, I wish I had the video because I was ready to go.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna worry about that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But the thing about it is, basically, it's go back to what you just said. It's more than just God is always moving. The water in the ocean is always present. It's always moving. It's always on the move. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Okay, a body in motion again stays in motion.
Right.
If you when you do these things or search yourself, I can't run. Well, lay on your back and do bicycle. I can't do this, and I can't. Let me say something to you. I had two neighbors. They've passed away. But I had two neighbors. Both of them had double hip placement. You know what one part of the rehab was? Get out and walk in the neighborhood. Okay. They started off, they could barely make it. They only went a certain amount of feet, they turned around. Next thing you know, they went 20, 30, 40 feet. And they turned around and came back. Okay. Before you know it, they was up and walking again. Right. My own dead guy, rest his soul, had an aneurysm, more than one. My next door neighbor came over, and he didn't tell me until after the fact. He came over and got him and walked him around again, just like they did with the other neighbors. Walked him to, so far, and they said, okay, come back. Next thing you know, he was on his own again. Right. So, where would he have gotten if he had stayed still? Right. You want a guy that's moving all the time to move for you, but you sitting still. Right. Come on, man. You want a retirement, but you're not, you're going to be physically able to enjoy it? Right. Give me a reason to sit down. Right. Let me give myself a reason to sit down somewhere. Indeed. Be still and know. It said be still and know because you was busy. Not be still and know because you're sitting down there being lazy. I hear you. So let me say this real quick, so before I completely forget it. When you were talking about working the side that is the least strong, I'm tying that into, of course, I'm doing the connecting. That reminds me of dealing with the inner man that is also the least strong. Dealing with the part that I refer to as the representative or the misrepresentative, and doing that shadow work. That shadow work is what's going to cause you to go and search out the part that's holding you back, search out the part that's keeping you from being strong. That is the part that you have to focus on the most, because that is the dominant
at that time, that's the dominant. But you have to do more work. You have to be, more diligent and be able and willing to go through some shit in order to get rid of the shit that's causing you not to be the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm tying in everything. So when you're talking about dealing with, working the side that is and I don't want to say weak, but I'd say that is not as strong. It's definitely important to do that because that is what creates the balance, and it's all about the balance. So we're talking about today. We're talking about the physical, but it ties into everything about the healing of the man because you cannot heal. You cannot heal where there is an imbalance. You cannot heal when there is an imbalance. You have to recognize what they are, and you have to start from the foundation. So this is why we're discussing what we're discussing this evening.
Now, piggyback on that.
You may.
Okay, the thing about it is, let's just put it this way. You got a pie. Whatever kind of pie you want, you got a pie. There are ingredients in the pie. If you wanted to taste like something, you got to put some ingredients in it. Okay. Right. The ingredients are equivalent to you doing some exercise. The exercise is going to help your heart rate. It's going to help your heart. Let's just say, for example, you're doing an exercise, yada, 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 and you sit there and you say, well, no benefit. But see, the benefit comes when I go to the doctor and he tells me, the doctor looks at me, with an attitude like, what you doing up in here?
Right.
And he's been with me for 20 years.
Okay.
I'm like, that's the benefit.
Right.
That's what I'm looking for. When the doctor catch an attitude with you, because you up in there, because he's like, man, you wasting my time. I know you take care of yourself.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I gotta, hey man, I'm here for a physical.
Right.
And that's another thing.
Right.
We need to get physical.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not the, I know it's scary, but you're not 80, 90, 100 years old. You're not the grandmothers and grandfathers in the back. You need to take care of yourself because when you take care, you got to love you first.
Yourself.
You got to love you.
Right.
And if you don't love you, then nobody else is going to love you.
That's right. That is correct. Please tell them that again about going to check on themselves, getting that.
You need to really, because, what's done in the dark, what's said in the dark, what's not done in the dark, what's not done, said in the dark is going to come to light.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know because you just don't want to tell nobody something's going on, but maybe it could be something that can be rectified. Maybe it could be something that can be helped.
Right.
Maybe, but don't sit there because of the ego, and that's another thing.
Yeah. Talk to them.
That ego and that pride go before the fall.
Indeed.
You got to take care of you.
Absolutely.
That's another thing. Just like you not taking care of you, just like a man not doing it, working his legs.
Okay.
The girls see that. Like you said, you're talking about being weak. They see that.
You're right.
You don't want to take care of yourself. Yeah, this and that. Man, come on, man. You gonna be a champion or a chicken?
Okay. Can't be both.
Take a girl with you. She can hold your hand while you're going up there, man. Come on.
Okay.
Just at least get a checkup. Right. Because you want to know what's going on. Because you want to catch you by surprise. That body will turn on you.
Quickly.
It'll tell on you, but it'll also turn on you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. There's a, like you say, so I know I'm supposed to be talking about the physical aspect, but there's it all, like you said, just like you were saying earlier about it being imbalanced, there's an imbalance if the physical is on and the spiritual is off. You out of whack.
Absolutely.
If the spiritual is on.
Absolutely.
And the physical is off. You're still out of whack.
Right.
Because as far as I know the story, and I know the story very well about Joshua. Joshua was a warrior. He fought in the battles. I don't know whether the Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marine, but he fought in God's army. He was a warrior. He said whenever he said, well, I am old, and when I was young, I have a skin like a baby's body, and my skin is smooth.
Right.
But He was 85 years old when he said that.
Okay.
He said, I was well able to go out and fight when I'm 40 years ago when I was 45. He is 85.
Right.
And still doing that because God preserve you. You got to do your part. You want God to move, but you sitting still.
Right.
Help me with my heart, girl. You ain't what you doing to help yourself, man. Get up.
Right.
Absolutely. Run in place.
Right. Absolutely.
There's a young lady that I know, and I hate to say this, but I'm gonna tell you like this. I'll give you two examples. One from the man aspect, one from the female aspect. There's a young lady that I know that didn't really start. It was a challenge to her. She told me. Now I don't like to call them old. She's a secret lady in her 70s. But at the time, she didn't really get involved in doing little workouts or whatever in the gym. She's 40 something. I've been knowing her for I hate to say how many years, but it's been over 27 years. Okay. Still to this day, she get these young girls around for their money. I'm talking about physical wise and otherwise, because the way she's in shape. Right. It's a lifestyle. It's a habit forming mindset.
Absolutely.
It frees you from a whole lot of other things that could confine you. There's a gentleman that I know, and I'm gonna say he's of a particular age, in his 80s. Okay. I said 80s. Did I say 80s?
You said 80s.
There you go. Okay. Used to work. I'm gonna show you how far back he goes. Used to work on the railroad. I ain't talking about the R&B and all this other stuff. I'm talking about when he was building to put the tracks down.
Oh wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. I just saw him last month in the gym. Wow. The man is in great shape.
That's what's up.
80-something years old. You understand what I'm saying? So these are when I look for somebody like something or someone to be that's I say encouragement to me. These are the people that I look at, even though I know I'm far advanced than they are.
Right.
I still look at them as motivation.
Right.
Man, I want to be just like that.
Right.
I don't want to be them. I want to be like that in the aspect that I take care of myself. That I catch, that the doctor catches an attitude with me when I go there because he's like, hey man, I know you take care of yourself.
Right. Indeed. Absolutely.
Nobody gonna love you like you. Nobody gonna take care of you like you. It's not just about the physical. The physical ain't gonna never come unless the mind gets the person. Your mind. You people say, "Oh, you're so big," and this is. I tell them my biggest muscle is the one between my ears.
Hello, somebody.
You free that up, everything else will get freed up. Because if you're free in your mind, you're gonna be free in the behind.
You okay?
You think thoughts, you're gonna sit there talking about, let me say that again. You're free in the mind, you're gonna be free in the behind.
Right.
Or you're gonna be left behind. How about that?
That part.
The bottom line is, because if you're thinking good, you're thinking freely. That's what any kind of physical exertion is going to do for you. It's going to free. They'll take a lot of the stuff that probably could be on you. Going to allow you to be thinking freely.
Right.
Or allow you to think more clearly than you probably would.
Right.
Instead of being mentally stagnated.
Right.
Or mentally clogged up with a bunch of thoughts that you probably shouldn't have on your mind anyway. The mind is powerful.
Indeed.
You won't even be able to lift without the power of the mind. You won't even be able to lift a pencil.
Right. Indeed. Indeed.
Right. So my thing is, like you said, and I like what you said. The thing about it is without if the spiritual is on and the physical is off, you're still out of whack.
Absolutely.
If the spiritual is off and the physical is on, you're still out of whack.
Absolutely.
Everything
got to tie in. It's all connected.
Tie in together.
Yep.
They all tie in together. So you let he who is free come on ahead and lead these free ways with him. That's what you need to do.
Okay. So
do something.
Right. So I want to wrap up, but before we do that, I want you to speak directly to the brothers, like they was right here in your face or whatever. Just talk to them. Like I said, we're talking about the importance of them taking care of themselves physically, but I want you to really appeal to them as a man. Just say whatever you feel you need to say to them to get them provoked. I don't do the motivational part because I don't want nobody to feel good. I want them to do something about the shit. So do something, say something to them that will provoke them to take care of themselves physically.
All right. For the men out there, whatever case might be, I don't know you, you don't know me. But the bottom line is, I'm just going to say, God loves you and so do I. Now, the bottom line is, no matter who say they love you, or whatever case might be, it's not really validated until you say you love yourself. So, repeat after me. I love me.
Right.
I got to love me. I got to do something about me loving me. Because if I love me, I'm going to take care of me. If I love me, I'm going to do what I need to do in order to make sure that I am together spiritually, mentally, physically. The way I do that is to free myself up mentally so that I can do something, assert myself, so that I can get the ball rolling. Because if you're sitting there stagnated, you got to remember now, blood runs through your brain. Also, your thing. So if you conglomerated up mentally, guess what? Nothing else is going to work.
Right.
So my thing is to you, my brothers, whoever you may be, God loves you, and I love you too. But you gotta be able to love yourself. Love yourself enough to take care of yourself. The internet got all these other information, yada yada. I'll be, whatever I can do to help anybody, I'll be glad to be able to do that.
Well, if you want to get, that's another thing.
Molecularly and cellularly.
If you want to give your contact information, that would be great too. I didn't mean to cut you off right there. I apologize for that. But if you want to give your contact information, any kind of way that people can, either learn about you, what you do, what you offer, if you offer personal training, any of that, just let them know how to reach G Walker. How do they reach you? They want to.
Okay, one of the best ways, I would say the phone, but I'm very, I'll put it to you the best way to kind of get in touch with me right now would be my email, which is Gary GARYGEE23@gmail.com.
Okay,
again, that's Gary GARYGEE23 at gmail.com, and I'll post it on your thing for them to know.
Okay.
And whatever information that I can, if they get in contact with you, if they're serious, then I'll give them the phone number. Other than that,
right.
My thing is, unless you're serious, because I want to help you.
Right.
You gotta want to help yourself more than I want to help you.
Absolutely.
And see, it goes back to what I said about working with the athletes.
Right.
See, they want 95, 100%. You know where I am? I'm at 640. I operate at 645%, 675%. That's
right.
where I am.
Right.
So if I come down to 100, then I'm,
Absolutely. It's a problem. It's a real problem.
I'm gonna shout out something my dad used to say it. I heard it earlier from one of my cousins. He's saying this and that, yada. He say, son, it's a process. Right. I used to hate that. So, you might not be able to run from here to the doorway. The doorway might be 5 feet, but at least you did it.
Right.
That's 5 feet more than you did yesterday. That's 5 feet more than you did today.
Right.
So get up and do something.
Absolutely.
In case,
Absolutely. Y'all heard it from the man. Y'all heard it from the man. And I hate that they weren't able to see you, but if you all look him up, Gary Walker, and you can see his little icon on my page, honey. Okay. All right. That's all. That's all I'm saying. All right. Don't mess with him.
I wish the video of the work came because I had a demonstration that I was going to show them, and I was all, dressed up so I could really make a good presentation, but try to do the best I could, and I thank you for having me on your show.
Absolutely. We'll have to figure it out another time to get you on here physically so people can actually see who they talking to. They hear your voice all the time. I really wanted them to see who they were talking to or who was talking. And I want to say this publicly, well, as publicly as I possibly can. For one, I've told you, I'm very proud of you, and I got so much love and respect for you. Just just because of who you are, not even necessarily because of what you do or what you've done or will do, whatever, just because of who you are. I know you to be a phenomenal man, period. Of course, I want to see the best for you, and it's going to happen again. Put it like that. It's going to happen again. Okay. Anybody that knows you should be honored by that. Period. So I'm definitely honored to be able to call you my friend. So I thank you so much for spending your time with me, for sharing the information that you have shared with the peoples. Hopefully they will reach out to you, get some help, get some more information, because you have a lot to offer. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully people will hear that and look forward to getting more out of you and putting more into you as well. Keep that balance. You know what I'm saying? Can't just take from you and don't give back. So keep that balance going. So I definitely appreciate you, loved one.
I appreciate your kind words. I appreciate that. I love you for that.
I love you as well.
And I love the artists, and thank you for having me on this show. I mean, it was a blessing, and it does my heart good to be on here to share what little bit I could at the time. I wish, like I say, we're gonna have to do it again and get this camera work and this video going.
Right.
That way you can, I can be, get a little bit more in depth.
Right.
Personal.
Absolutely. Because Gary ain't got no little legs, y'all.
Yeah, I was gonna show that too.
He ain't got no little legs. All right, G. That's all good, love one. I definitely appreciate you. You're welcome, love. I appreciate you all for being here. For those of you who came and stayed, for those of you who showed up, said hello, and got the hell on, I appreciate y'all too. It's still a loyalty that you all share and show with me. So it's not unseen. It's not forgotten. I don't underappreciate any of you. You all equally appreciate it. And your cousin is watching. I don't know if you can see that or not. So let me greet her. Ivory Bradley.
Yeah.
Cousin Ivory is watching. She's in the building. So I appreciate you, loved one, for showing up on my page. I'm going to shout out to the folks who are here. Cedric Golden. Sir Golden, you don't know this, but you on next week's show. Okay, so now you know. Demario Scott, what's going on, loved one? I appreciate you for being here. Willie Means as well. Appreciate you, loved one. Low Ski, what's going on, beloved? Appreciate you for being here. Godfrey Pettis, what's up, love? Appreciate you as well. D Mays was in the building. Appreciate you, loved one. Lakeisha Bradley as well. Family in the building. What's going on, Lakeisha Bradley? Your folks showed up for you, G. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I love them. Good. I just love it.
That's what's up. Keisha, you always here, love. I appreciate you, loved one. And my cousin Jocelyn was in the building. Appreciate you, loved one. Rosalind Smith Lloyd, what's happening, beloved? Appreciate you for being here. Paul Pimpin, not so much no more, but now that you're married, baby. But appreciate you for being here. Tony L. said it. Man, folks have showed up tonight. Tony L. Saylor, thank you, love, for being here. The Georgia Peach was in the building. I saw you show. I hope all is well. I haven't seen you or talked to you in a minute, but I hope all is well. And I appreciate you. Jennifer, for being here. Thank you, love. Appreciate you. Eric, thank you, love, for being here. I appreciate you. Bell Noon, of course, I appreciate you, beloved. Thank you again. Miss Anita Youngblood, what's going on, girl? Thank you, love, for being here. I appreciate you. And G Walker, of course, I appreciate you. Corey Bain, thank you for being here as well. I appreciate you. Look at all these. I love this. Irby, what's going on, love? I appreciate you again. Sean Swanee, Spraggins, appreciate you, loved one, for being here, for showing up. And everybody else, that showed up, that stayed or didn't. It doesn't even matter. The fact that you clicked on, I greatly appreciate that. So all that means everything. Kaylon is in the building. What's going on, baby? Appreciate you, love, for being here. So again, we have wrapped up part 4 of the series, Men, It's Time to Heal. If you missed the other 3, please go back and watch them and share them. They are off the chain. You all know that I'm King Advocate, hence the shirt, present the King. But it was necessary to do this series because our men have been suffering from so much trauma, spiritually and emotionally, but we have to not allow them to continue to just deal with. We have to help them heal from. Okay, so that's why we're doing this series. So we've touched on the emotional side, the spiritual side, the um, nutritional side as far as the herbs, and we just did the physical side. So next week we're going to talk about the financial. Okay, we trying to heal our men from the ground up. Okay, from the inside out. We got to do it. We cannot let them continue to just deal with stuff. All right, they got to heal from it, become whole again. It's necessary. Okay, that is a major part of our balance as a people and as the universe, to restore the balance. So let us do our part. Okay, one of those ways we can also do our part, I got to throw my plug in. Get your shirts, your t-shirts or your hoodie. I am the solution on purpose with purpose. The message is the movement. All right, I am the solution on purpose with purpose. I am the cause and the cure of whatever's going on with me. Take accountability for your own self, what you do, what you think, what you don't do, all of that. It's on you. If you want change, be it. It's just that simple. You want stuff to be different, make it different. It's just that simple. But hold yourself accountable. Do something that you've not done before so you can do something that you want to do, okay, or that you need to do. It's time to heal. All right? All right, loved ones. I'm going to wrap it up and one, get your hoodie and or shirts from my website, which is myomywellness.com. That's MYOMY wellness.com. Or if you don't want to go that route, you can reach me directly. Inbox me. I'll take your money, okay, and I'll get it out to you. Just inbox me. Let me know you're interested in getting either your shirt, your hoodie, or your t-shirts. Okay, we have I am the solution shirts. I also have My Life Matters shirts as well. Okay, so reach out, support. The statement is the movement. It's time to move, y'all. All right. So until next time, I will talk to you later. And remember, I love you on purpose with purpose. And I will see you hopefully on Thursday when we'll be live on the move, unscripted, on purpose with your girl, myself, and all my other sisters, Patricia M. Goins, DJ, A. Marie, R. Marie, and Misty. All right, we be turned up. So make sure y'all show up. All right. That'll be Thursday at 8 o'clock from 8 to 10. We'll be right here about 8:30-ish. Okay. So I love y'all on purpose with purpose, and I'll hopefully we'll see you then. All right. Peace.